So
I'm just a little bit bigger now.
good. So
Look, I'm the angel sitting on top of your head.
oh, okay. I see. The way that your Zoom is running.
Yeah, Lam. These are not the Georgia.
So, okay. Last time when we left off before you lost your internet connection, you were talking about the taxi. You know when Doug.
Yeah, we're talking about we're just talking about the cars in general. You remember in the first Total Recall how stupid they looked, how small they were.
Yeah.
I mean, glad in the next Total Recall they look like normal cars again.
And you know what's really funny about the first one? Like everything was super metallic, right? There's not like a comfortable taxi cab at all. Like when he got in, right, it looked like he got into an ice cream truck. Like even the back is metal, nothing is comfortable. That's
it looked like people that make Fisher Price or Tonka toys made the cars in the future on the first Total Recall.
Right.
The second Total Recall, it looked like real car companies. Cars.
Exactly. Like what you think about a flying car. I think what they did is they spent most of the budget on the special effects, and like, hey, what do you want to do with the car? Like, crap, whatever we can make it.
What special effects?
Well, the one with the head.
Oh yeah, the eyes popping out. They spent all the money on their eyes popping.
Popping out. I know. Arnold's face with their nose through the
they're like, hey, we made Arnold's eyes pop out. Now we can't afford a decent car.
Yeah, we can't. So everything is metal. There's not even a cushion inside.
Call Fisher Price. They'll make us some cars. But yeah, no, the future cars. I mean, come on, that's the thing. You think when you get to the future, the cars would be better, not worse.
Yeah. I know, but that was in the 80s.
Look how hard those cars were to get in and out.
Yeah.
I mean, in the future, the car should almost pick you up and put you in it.
Yeah, not an actual robotic. You know, it's really weird that they have the robotic guy, right, or some kind of plastic robotic guy, but there's still a controller. So I guess you can manually take control anytime. In a way.
So. Well, I mean, I guess so. I guess people knock those robot guys out of the way and take control of those cars all the time. It's just normal.
That's just the way how it rolls in the future.
That's the way it works in the future. You want to drive, talk to the robot guy out of the way.
So that's that way we left off. But I remember talking about the tunnel with the so they could see the X-ray thing. So they're not armed. We talked about the body.
We passed the X-ray machine, which I guess was a real big deal for the time.
Yeah.
Now it just seems silly, doesn't it? Like anybody staying at the airport's like, oh my god, we got to go through this thing.
That's when he found out the next clue, right? That guy who calls him from the telephone booth. You remember?
And the guy from down the street.
Yeah, down the street with the briefcase and he had to put a wet towel on his head.
Yeah, put a wet towel on his head and walk out the building. I'm like, nobody's gonna notice that.
Yeah, like, oh, maybe he just washed his hair.
I'm like, yeah, and that's the thing though. The two guys that's looking for him, they drive by. Hey, look, he's got a towel on his head.
Yeah.
How can we not see this guy?
I like that the other guy is so intense. Like, so he's like that. He's like holding a big old device, like a Game Boy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. In the future of their future, everything gets worse. Everything gets bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger. Like, it's the same tracking device from RoboCop.
Yeah, I mean, like the tracking device he pulls out of his nose. Look how huge that thing was.
Dude, that thing is huge.
And I mean, in our time, they could track you with something that's like a smaller than a flea.
This is how they track you now.
Well, I meant put something inside your body.
Oh yeah, like
something up your nose.
Shoot, they put like microchips in dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then that was before they did that for animals.
Yeah, well. But yeah, the second one, as far as technology goes, it made more sense.
Yeah, it's just more updated. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, in the movie, we should just go ahead and move on to the second one.
Oh, you want to go to the second one already?
Yeah, go ahead to the second one, because the second one's basically the first one, just HD.
Well, no. Well, the first one is about Mars, and this one's just about.
Well, yeah, that's the only big difference I could see, though. I mean, the story pretty much followed.
Yeah, it's still the double agent.
In a way. I mean, the movie starts off. Yeah, the movie starts off with a dream.
Yep.
Both movies have a dream. So the first one, he's just walking through Mars, but the second one, he's running from somebody.
Yeah, in an action agent movie style. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually he's running with the girl, which they both do.
Yeah, Melinda.
And then he wakes up. And guess who his wife is? It's not Sharon Stone.
It's Kate Beckinsale.
That's Kate Beckinsale. Yeah. Which, I don't know. I wake up, I don't see none of that.
Well, that's a big major plot change between the first one and the second one because she doesn't die in this one, like not immediately.
Well, yeah, because Kate Beckinsale character is supposed to be Sharon Stone's character and her husband or her boyfriend or
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have the relationship this time, like he wasn't.
Yeah. Well, because Kate Beckinsale's character was Ironside's. Basically.
Yeah. Yep. They didn't have They kind of combined her and the Ironside character together. Yeah.
So they go ahead and get rid of. So they get rid of that character, but he does have a wife that beats the crap out of him. She don't kick him in the balls as much as Arnold Schwarzenegger got kicked.
They didn't have that awesome line from Arnold though when he shoots her in the head like consider that a divorce.
Yeah, the best line for that is when they're getting chased in the floating cars. He goes, "That's my wife."
Yeah, that's my wife.
Of course, the other girl's like, "You're married?"
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That was like that part was very similar to like you're married, but they didn't have the thing. Well, because the first one was rated R with Arnold, and this one's rated PG-13, right? I think so.
Maybe I guess it is. I thought it was rated R.
Both of them? Let's double check real quick, because I was going to point out the difference.
You're probably right.
The difference between the first one and the second one is when Melinda when
you're right. It's PG-13.
It's PG-13, right?
The theater version is PG-13 and the director cut's unrated, but it's
good. I want to talk about that.
There's no more blood. Yeah, there's no more blood in it than the other one.
Because remember in the Arnold one when he first saw Melinda, she grabs him by the junk, right? And she's like, "What you been feeding this thing?" He's like, "Blondes."
Yeah,
there's nothing cool like that.
There's no one-liners. Yeah, there's no one-liners in the new one.
No,
the one-liners got replaced with technology.
Yeah, better technology. Like, dude, we can't feed this stuff anymore.
No one-liners, but we got floating cars. Plus, we got a train that goes through the center of the earth.
No, it is. You know what I like about the second one? I want to ask you to confirm something. So when he goes to work, right, he's basically traveling from the U.S. to London, isn't he?
No. He is traveling from Australia. To Europe.
To Europe, but it's to the core of the world, right? Like
they're going to the core of the Earth, which
I thought
it would have been easier. It would have been easier just to go to Mars. I mean.
Yeah. But I thought that was really smart the first time they show you that they go to the core of the Earth, right? And they had to shift the gravity.
Well, they shift the where you're setting, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
I don't get the floating part because you actually don't go through the core of the Earth. You kind of go through the Earth on the side. So the gravity should have fell down to the side. So the cart should have changed from the top to the side.
Yeah, depends on how they turn. Yeah.
But they went from up to down immediately.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's weightless. I'm like, I don't think it's weightless in the center of the Earth.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That's why I thought it was weird when they do the floating.
Yeah, the gravity should have got. I would have thought the gravity would get worse as you go further down.
Yeah, you get you feel heavier, right?
Yeah, that's heavier is what I think. But hey, I'm not a physicist. So.
Yeah, I'm not a physicist either.
Otherwise,
I don't know if they double check or anything.
Yeah, I'd be doing something other than talking on the.
What did you? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the thing is, though, the whole point of the movie is, okay, in the first one, it's the Mars colonies.
Yeah. But
in this one, the world is damaged and destroyed, so you got the United British Federation or something, and that's Europe, and everything else, all the rest of the world's destroyed except for Australia, which is called the colony now.
The colony, yeah.
And that's where they travel from, and he lives in the colony, and he travels for a crappy job. Him and his friends get on this train and go all the way through the center of the Earth.
Yeah, to build robots and stuff.
Yeah, to build robots, to put robots that's going to attack the colony.
Yeah.
They build police robots, which is like another movie. What's it, Elysium? Probably saying it wrong.
Oh, I have never watched that.
Well, he builds police robots.
Oh, okay.
In Los Angeles.
We need to watch that. I need to watch that.
But he lives there. Yeah, I've seen it. You got to see it too. It's a good movie.
It's Matt Damon, yeah.
Yeah, it's Matt Damon. Pretty much anything. He doesn't get trapped on a planet, so everything's good.
Mm-hmm. He's got training.
That seems to be his thing.
Yeah, this is his thing. He got a lot of training about keeping him trapped somewhere.
Like even Captain Kirk has found the guy. It's like, what are you doing out here, man? We'll give you a lift. We can transport you up to Enterprise.
That's funny. That sounds like a Robot Chicken episode. Matt Damon.
It probably is now.
Yeah.
We're gonna get sued for copyright. They're like, that was our idea.
Good, because I'm so glad I talked to you about that core changing thing with the gravity. I didn't understand the floating.
Did that not annoy you a little bit? I mean, I thought it looked cool.
Because let's just say, they didn't go straight to the center. Like it is the circle. They probably go on top here or whatever, right? But then I don't understand the floating. I thought
but that train is. that train is either not real or the train is brand new because there's no graffiti and as far as I can tell, it didn't look like it smelled
everything's
like
super
urine.
clean. I know. Yeah, it's super clean, especially for these two countries. Like,
yeah, for a country to be so rough, I'm like, there should be graffiti in the thing.
Yeah. Everybody,
I didn't see anybody policing the thing. So.
Yeah. I live in New York. There's graffiti in places where, like, how did they get up there? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, but there was something also interesting that you should notice that when they're traveling to go to work, what's his name? The main character, he's reading a James Bond novel.
Oh, I saw that too.
The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah, I saw that too.
You know?
I noticed that Ian Fleming novel.
Yeah, Ian Fleming. It's the Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah, he likes to read books.
I don't know if you've seen that movie or not.
Who
read the book? I got the book.
Yeah, I can't. The Spy Who Loved Me. Who was in it? Which actor played that one? I could tell you. I think the first.
Remember at the moment.
Well, the other James Bond movie I seen before Pierce Brosnan was in Hong Kong.
I think it's Sean Connery.
Sean Connery? There's a great chance I've seen it because my mom loves Sean Connery.
Okay, well, we'll have to talk about James Bond sometime because I love James Bond.
Yeah.
But anyhow, let's see. Where were we? Well, we start at the front. In the front's the same. There's a dream. He wakes up. He's got a wife. Same as his wife's like. I guess
he wakes up from the recall, before they
he's a paramedic.
Him.
Plus, it starts off with like a news story about terrorists.
Yep.
Which
the
is
terrorist
like
story.
All the terrorists. The what you call the colonies trying to break away.
Yep.
And then he goes to work. And he's, instead of being a construction worker, though, of course, he builds robots.
He's doing some kind of construction, like an assembly line worker.
Yeah, he's on assembly line.
Yeah.
And, of course, he meets a guy that tells him about Total Recall.
Yep.
Remember the guy that tells him about Total Recall, the new guy, and he tells him and shows him the hole in the hand?
Yep.
He's got the hole, which is very, very important part of this movie.
It was very important part because his best friend, well, I guess his best friend, right? His friend told him, like, not to go to recall.
Yeah, his
and
best friend
I like how they
recall just like that.
Yeah, when you talk about the damage, they actually gave him a story to, like, this is how he got the hole in his hand because.
Well, yeah, because he was touching the robot wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was touching the robot wrong. But and we figure out what it really is, and it's like it's kind of a thing running through the story. But anyhow, he does go to Total Recall, even though his friends telling him not to, which is like the other movie.
And also,
on the way to Total Recall, for some reason, we see a girl with 3 boobs.
Yeah, and I was going to point out, like, there's a whole bunch of Asians in this movie. The new guy is Asian, so he tells them, like, the recall place is an Asian town or whatever.
I think that makes sense because, like they said, the rest of the world's destroyed, and Australia's in the Asian quadrant of the world.
Yep.
So everybody from China and stuff would go to.
So you know what I noticed? A lot of billboards and, like, the signs in the back, everything's about alcohol. Hey, drink here is a bar. Bars are everywhere. Yeah. Dude, there's like everywhere is like the word alcohol or beer in it.
Well, also, kind of had like they had to give it that Blade Runner look.
Yeah,
remember
I
Blade
felt
Runner?
Too.
Everything's in several different languages.
Yep.
And that's the same thing. This Total Recall, it's got Arabic and all those other. English.
But English is a major thing. I did like they used John Cho as the McClane.
Yeah.
The guy,
McClane. Yeah, he was awesome with the dyed hair and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's Sulu. Oh my God.
No, it was really good. I liked it there.
Yeah, his character was awesome.
Super it was only a little part, but it was cool.
No, I mean he made the most of that part right there. It's like, hey, I would almost watch this guy.
And you know what? Comparing that, like the sales pitch for Arnold's movie was longer. Like he was making hard for the sale. But like when Colin Farrell won, he kind of already know what he wants.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He already knows what he wants because he likes the spy deal. But I mean, the way he sells it to him is better too, in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's like when he went to the Total Recall in the first deal. It's kind of like going to buy a used car, Yeah,
it was. It's like buying a used car.
But the second one, it's more like getting a tattoo,
Yeah. Yep.
It's kind of in a seedier part of town, very artsy looking room.
Yeah, I know.
Then the thing is, when he's getting hooked up, remember the girl gives him a what she gives him, a stamp with the peace sign on it.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool too. But
let me ask you, because you only saw the theater version. Do you ever remember seeing that peace sign again?
No.
Okay, we'll get to the end of that because it appears again in the director's version.
Really? Yeah, I was going to ask you about that director's version because I purposely didn't watch it. So you can tell me about it.
Yeah, we'll tell you, but let's keep going. Okay, so he gets the deal. Of course, they turn out that he's a spy.
Yep.
This is where you can't tell. Is he dreaming now?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or did he go under, or did he not? But you see all the chemicals go into his body.
Yeah.
But they yell at McClane's yelling, "Take it out before it's
Yeah.
taken."
Yep. Before
remember the second one in the Arnold Schwarzenegger, he goes crazy. Remember?
Yeah, and they never did it yet.
And they say, "Oh, we never gave him anything."
Yeah,
so
they never gave him
enough. You get to decide, did they or did they not? Because they dumped him in the alley.
Yeah, they dumped him in the alley. He just wakes up like, what the hell is going on?
But not Colin Farrell's character, you know?
Yeah.
He killed a whole bunch of guys.
Well, I know that scene. He killed a whole bunch of guys. Like, you know what? Really cool when he said, "I need eyes in there." The little weapon with the ball that shot mini cameras out.
Yeah, shoots all the mini cameras all over the place. I thought that was one in his arm.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
See, that's where they're thinking ahead.
Yeah, they were thinking ahead. Yeah.
The guys that make this movie go, "What's the future going to be?" When they're making Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies, like, it's got Arnold in it. Who cares what the future?
Yeah, you see the taxi cabs? They look like crap, and no one talks about that.
You see the taxi cab that's got a bubble? You get into the front of it. It's like a G.I. Joe. You know those plastic G.I. Joe cars you used to have?
Yeah, it looks worse than that. Okay.
Or Star Wars, where you open this big old giant bowl and put the Star Wars character in there. I'm like,
that's really funny.
That's the future.
Like, just talk about how crappy those cars are on the first Total Recall. It's still like, hey, don't worry about it. People are too attached to the flying cars from Back to the Future too, and we don't want to do that. Because I think they both come out in 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got to say, did they come out in the same time? I don't think they did.
Let me tell you.
Total Recall was before Back to the Future 2.
Okay, but then, you know what? It might, because I remember seeing Total Recall in Hong Kong, I think.
No, you might be right. It may be in the same year.
It is the same year, right? Because I saw Back to the Future 2 in the States in New York. Like,
they
Batman.
should talk to each other about cars, yeah.
Yeah, I think Batman was my first movie in America, or TMNT, I can't remember which, but it's one of those.
Hey, either one was good.
Yes, either one was good. We need to talk about Ninja Turtles one time from 1989.
Yeah, time travel. Okay. And let's see, what did he? Oh yeah, he kills all those guys. He goes back, talks to his wife.
Yep.
His wife tries to assure him that he's
okay, and then they have a big action fight scene there.
Yeah,
too.
They had a really good action fight.
And that apartment is really weird. It's like they have stairs, right? But then there's glass to that
Here's the new thing about the city. The colonies, or I guess it's all the cities in the future.
Yeah.
They build buildings up, and then over the tops of, they're like in squares. They go up and stuff. The funny thing is, if you see the Clone Wars, the Mandalorian homeworld, their cities look like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're built all different directions. So when you fly in jetpacks and stuff, you're passing like buildings and stuff.
Well, have you seen Ready Player One?
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, that's really good. You should watch it. And the house design is kind of like that too. Like they build up and all the sides like that.
Yeah, all the sides, because they're just running out of room, so they're just now building levels.
It kind of reminds me what Hong Kong looks like before I came, and then they futurized that. That's what it looks like to me.
Just went nuts with this.
Yeah,
just went nuts. While we're building up, why don't we just start building sideways out over stuff?
We already put the cement here, okay? We don't waste any more cement.
Yeah, because if you fall out a window, you fall out down the window, and and then house, it's like way down under you that's walking through a park. They
do that quite a lot. Like he flies out and then they fall down, right? Like they love to do that scene.
Well, they're in that a lot because they get on she chases them. They go out on the floating cars.
Yep.
We have a big old scene where they're on floating cars and they're getting shot at. And he gets picked up by his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know it's his girlfriend yet.
Well, before we get to that, we have to talk about the phone hand. That was the tracking device.
The phone hand was, the tracking device.
Because right after he fights Laurie, right?
Which that made more sense. That made more sense. Yeah, where his hand lights up.
Yeah.
You got the phone numbers. And of course, while he's talking on it, and then he cuts it out of his hand.
Yeah, oh my God.
That dude sat there and goes, "What was that?"
Yeah.
Where did I get one of those?
Those kids? Yeah, what was that? He just basically like, get it out of my hand. I don't even get it out. It's in my hand. How do I get it out? You'll figure it out. And then he just took a ball and cut that. Like,
cuts it all out.
And he just kicks the little thing, yeah.
I mean, because you're not going to yank something out of your nose. It's just
make any sense. But that's like the phone hand thing is so cool because when he take it out, I think that's they kind of make sense in this one. Like, hey, you told me to call you, right, when you come back to the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how they track him.
And it's somebody he works with.
Yep. And it's so weird. That means it's his phone in his hand the whole time. He didn't even know.
Yeah, so that automatically makes him seem like a spy because, of course, his wife has one in her hand.
Yeah, and I saw that next scene, too, that she's calling and, trying to find out where he was.
And she takes that poor guy's phone away from him. The one that's got blood all over it. He's just sitting there sticking it on his head trying to use it.
Oh, I like it like, who are you, lady? I'm his wife. That's like a one-liner, kind of, like, I'm his wife.
Oh. Yeah, then they chose on the floating cars, which...
Yep.
I mean, it was okay.
You know what they also did kind of similar to the first one? When Kate Beckinsale, Laurie finds out, or I guess kind of find out who he was, right? She asked the same thing that Michael Ironside did, like, why didn't we kill him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she sets on her quest to kill him. Remember, Michael Ironside, he's told not to kill him, but he's gonna kill him anyway.
Yeah, he's gonna kill him anyway.
She's like, we're gonna kill him.
Yeah, we're gonna kill him. At that point, like, if you watched the remake, or even if you didn't, you know she was gonna kill him anyway. But just right after that scene, like, oh, why is he still alive?
But after that scene, that's where they just do this chase, and to me, the chase went on too long, you know?
Yeah.
Because they go through the cars, then they go to the building, you know, where his best friend shows up and tells him it's a dream.
Is it that already? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because it happens right before the elevator chase.
Yes.
Which I could almost do without the elevator chase.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is just keeps on going.
That was also an elevator action scene too, like the three people fighting. That was pretty cool.
Well, that was pretty cool, but I mean, going sideways, going forward, going backwards, stuff like that. But
those elevator. Yeah.
We do got to talk about the scene where his friend shows up.
Yes.
Because you know, in the first movie,
it's a doctor.
They have the salesman.
Yep.
Or one of the main, I guess, the company president.
Whoever, yeah.
Yeah, shows up, and then his wife shows up, and they try to talk him out of it. Of course, the salesman tells him the future of what actually happens in the movie.
Yep.
But in this one, his best friend just keeps telling him stuff, and then he takes the gun away from her.
Takes the gun and then he gives it back to her just to show the good faith.
And of course, she starts to cry, and she has a tear, so he blows his friend's brain.
Was it the tear? Oh, no, it was a sweat, right? It was the same thing.
Well, the first one is sweat. And the first one is sweat. Remember? The guy who's talking.
That's right. It's Jessica Biel when she cried, yeah.
Yeah, but Jessica Biel has a tear.
Yeah, has a tear. She was
crying. And then he shoots his best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's never heard the bro before hoes thing because that guy got it.
Hey, you know what's really funny? That, hey, no matter which choice he made, he had two fine hoes, okay?
He did. I mean,
they were both brunette in this movie, you know.
I mean, just gotta think of it. If it is a dream, maybe they can pull him out of it. Everything's all right.
Yeah. But you know, even if let's just say he made the other choice.
Wife.
Yeah, he go back to whatever that is, fake wife.
Exactly. Right? His dream girlfriend or his real wife. Either way, he's gonna win. I mean.
So hey, let me talk to you about that. Both scenes in Total Recall. Who made that call to tell Doug to go back to sleep? Because if you think about it, he was already infiltrating with Melinda. So why would they want to stop? Like, why would Cohaagen want to stop that, right? He's already in that mission that they want Carl Hauser to do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, why would they stop it?
That makes sense.
That means they have to go to sleep and redo it.
Depends as what was Ironside's character got him to stop them. Because you remember Sharon Stone was with him, so they got that guy to stop him.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't Cohaagen's.
It's not Cohaagen's call, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
It's not Cohaagen's call. And the same thing with the second one. All that stuff going on in that building, that's not Cohaagen's call.
Yeah, it's not. He wants him to bring back alive.
Yeah.
I think he just keeps telling them to bring them back alive, so that way he can continue on with the mission of infiltrating the Mathis group, right?
Yeah, so he can get the job because I mean that's his agent.
Yeah,
and you find that out. That's his agent.
Yep.
And in this new one, it's really his agent.
Yeah.
Because you know after he blows that friend's brains out and they get to the elevator, he eventually makes it to his apartment.
Yeah.
And then he plays this piano. Wait,
the piano.
Oh, we forgot one important scene. We forgot an important scene way back where he goes to the bank. Remember the bank?
Yes.
Where he goes to the bank and
that was from the phone call.
Yeah, from the phone call. He goes to the bank and he opens the deal and it shows you all these passports he has.
Yep.
Which, if you're paying attention, all the faces actually matter in this movie.
Oh.
Because he's that old Asian man and he has that young guy. I can't remember the third face. But they actually and then he finds the ring where he sticks around his neck and it changes your face to somebody else's, which is an important story. And then he finds that videotape. And the videotape, I can't remember if both versions, I don't know if both versions are the same. Do you remember what he says to him?
He says something like, hey, you're in deeper shit than you thought or something.
Yeah, he says something, but I think in the director's version it's different. I think he does tell him, your face has been changed. You just got to have a surgery. Is that in that version?
It's not in that version.
Okay, this one, he's yelling. It almost looks the same to me. It's both versions, but he's telling him about his face has been changed.
Yeah, I think I kind of seen the director's cut where it's Ethan Hawke instead.
Yeah, he needs to find the key. Well, in this one, it's Colin, but he's telling him, hey, man, your face has been changed, and it looks like he's in an operating room.
Yeah.
You got to find a key and get back to your apartment. Yep. First, why would you go to your apartment? If people are looking for you, it's like, yeah, let's go to an apartment. That's
maybe
what
you have a secret place. You don't know, like, you know.
Now maybe he had a secret place, but anyhow, they go to the apartment, and he plays a key. And if you're watching the theater version, you just see the main character.
Yeah.
Appear above the piano. But if you watch
the director's cut,
we also missed another scene. But anyways, if you're watching the director's cut, the first passport, there's a young guy on the passport. His head appears, and he starts talking, and then his face flickers out because he's wearing one of them rings. It disappears, and then you got Ethan Hawke's face.
Oh yeah.
And then he tells him the story. He tells him that there's a kill code to kill all those robots.
Yep.
Is that in the director's? I mean, is that in the theater version?
It's not.
See, that's the problem, because at the end of the movie, are you wondering why he went there to get a kill code?
Yeah.
I was wondering why there was why did he go get? Well, it tells you in the theater in the director's cut why, because he tells them there's a kill code
to
all those robots.
Yeah,
they're going to haul all those robots to the colonies, and the robots are going to take over the colonies.
Yeah.
So he's got to go give the kill code to the underground guy. What was the underground's? Mathis?
Mathis, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to go give the kill code to Mathis. That's what he tells him.
Yep.
You need to give the kill code to Mathis. So he's like, okay, cool. Which we want to jump back though, when he gets on the train, when he escapes and goes to the colony, remember he's got to go through that booth where they're checking you. Remember, it's just like the first one, where we're talking about. It's got the scanner. Well, all these scanners, they look like iPhones, and you walk through them. And there is a good one-liner too. But and he comes through there, and there's a lady, the redhead lady, looks just like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The one in the first one.
And they try to make you think it is.
With the yellow.
If you paid attention to the passports, it's the older Asian guy.
He's an old Asian guy. I remember that too.
Because he's on the passport.
Yep.
And then they ask him the same question: how long are you gonna be here? 2 days.
2 days. They keep saying 2 days.
It messes up. It's funny. It messes up, but he goes through and he shoots all those people. And then Kate Beckinsale, his wife, comes through later on. She comes up and she looks at the guy and goes, How did he get through the checkpoint with weapons? And that guy looks at her. He didn't. He's kind of looking around at all the shot up stuff. He goes, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we know that he's got to find Mathis because Ethan Hawke tells you to do something, you got to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Except in the regular theatrical version, it's him telling him to find Mathis.
Yeah, it's just him telling it, which I actually like. It's he's changed his face.
He does, yeah.
Which means it's even more spy now.
Yeah, it's more spy stuff. Kind of like Mission Impossible.
So they go find Mathis, which we've all seen Mathis. If you saw, he used to be a vampire.
Yeah.
Fights werewolves. Oh wait, that's a different movie. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same director, so
Same director. Yeah, he just keeps using the same guy. But anyhow, he finds Mathis.
Yep.
And it turns out they start to read his brain, and it turns out there's no kill code.
There's no kill code. Oh yeah, that's right. There's no kill code.
There's no kill code. But here's where okay, and then of course Cohagen shows up.
Yeah, because that's how they track Hauser or
track him and stuff. Okay, see, we're on the same movie up until this point. Now you see almost all the same scenes in the director's cut, except the lines have been changed in a little bit of editing.
Oh, I think I remember.
Now we found out that the girlfriend.
Yeah, Melinda is his daughter.
She is the daughter.
Yep.
Did you know that?
I did, yeah. I remember seeing. I think I seen the uncut version or director's cut version a long time ago because I do remember seeing
the director's cut version. She's the daughter now.
Yeah.
And it turned out he tried to get with her because he knew he was the daughter.
Yeah.
And so forth. And then of course he gets on to Kate Beckinsale for trying to kill him.
Yep.
And then they start to decide we're going to turn you back. I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's just the lines are a little bit different.
Yeah, just a little bit different.
Not completely different. It's almost the same scenes. They just have different lines.
I
think in the theater they call the girlfriend the first lieutenant. This one is like your daughter.
Yeah.
And that's why they take, because it makes sense. Why would you take the first lieutenant? They shot everybody else. Why would they take her? But they took her. So they take her, and then of course he breaks out of it. I mean, this is not like the other movie, really, because, they went to the oxygen chamber about this time in the movie.
Yeah.
But anyhow, he gets out, he goes and saves her, gets on one of the little helicopters that looks just like the one in Minority Report.
Yep. Yeah, I know, right?
And he gets on the train, and then he does something on the train that I'm like, why didn't y'all do it the first of the movie? He blows up the train. He puts all the bombs on the train. I'm like, Why didn't you just blow up the train in the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, in the beginning, instead of going all through all that, right? Like, he set the detonators just to hang out for a bit. Then if something goes sour, right, then I blow it up.
Yeah, I'll just blow it up.
It's like a bad Bond movie.
I should just blown up the train in the beginning and problem solved right there. But hey, then we wouldn't have saw this movie.
Yeah. No, it was really good. I enjoyed the second one a lot, too.
Well, then, of course he has a fight scene between him and Cohagen.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
But, we're talking about the elevator. Remember the elevator? The elevator has a scene similar to the first movie. Because remember when they're riding on the elevator, he rips off Ironside's arms? Yeah. Those arms. But in this movie, he rips off the robot's
arm, yeah.
Yeah, the robot's arm is like, okay, yeah.
That way they can keep it PG-13,
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, because
but then it's really weird that they have 3 boobs in a PG-13 movie. Like, it's because it's not a real thing.
I guess because they're like, nobody has 3 boobs. So
and it just the 3 boobs thing still bothers me a lot in the new one.
Because there's no mutants, because she's supposed to be a mutant. In this one, it doesn't even address mutants.
Yeah, like, but they can address mutants, right? Because everything is on Earth.
Yeah. No, I mean, they could have mutants because they had all that biological warfare. Maybe that's where she got those.
But forget it. You're just going to have a 3-boob lady on Earth, and no one's going to ask questions because, we don't care.
But now we get to the ending, which, he fights Cohagen. Then he falls, he passes out, okay?
Yeah.
And you think the movie's over. And then it starts with him in the ambulance.
Yes.
And Jessica Biel's, like, trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
This is where we forgot to point out the hole in his hand. Remember?
Yep.
When Jessica Biel's kind of trying to convince him that she's supposed to be with him, he puts his hand on there, and they got shot through the hand.
Oh, I know.
Remember, they got shot through the hand. Even though, if you look on the back of her hand, I'm like, man, that would have hit some tendons and stuff. I don't think it would have healed that way.
Yeah, I know. Like, I think some of your bones are gone.
Yeah, I think but hey, it's a movie.
This is the future,
And it is Jessica Biel, I mean, you could probably shoot through her hand, and it's like,
yeah. No, I noticed that when it was Kate Beckinsale using that thing.
Jesus or something.
Jesus. They were hung on the same cross. Like, we ran out of nails, so we hung them up together.
But that's the thing. But the hand thing is important because when he grabs her hand,
it's not Laurie.
Grabs her hand,
it's
no
Laurie.
Scar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you realize this is Laurie, and he's got the head deal. Then of course he beats her, and then he shoots her, and she falls out of the deal. And the funny thing is, when Jessica Biel's character runs up to hug him, first thing he does, he grabs her hand and looks at it.
Oh, to look at it, just to make sure. Like, man, how many?
Yeah, did you know he looks at her hand? Yeah, here's where the movie starts to change off. Because, he'll look at her hand, kind of grabs her hand and hugs her. Then on the theater version, he looks up and he sees the screen that says, recall.
Oh.
And the movie's over. But in the theater, the director's cut, it ends almost the same way, except for after he hugs her, he looks at his arm. He pulls the Band-Aid out, and there's no peace sign there.
No peace sign, no.
So it's a dream.
Whoa.
I mean, the director, maybe he's thinking, well, people can think it is what they want. But I'm like, after you put the peace sign on, I'm like, and it goes away, and you make a big deal out of it, I'm like, dream. So you made the movie a dream. The first one seemed real, and the second one seems like a dream.
So Lance Wiseman, maybe he did want the movie to be like where Doug Quaid is in the dream where he plays Carl Hauser. So he's not a double agent. He's just on vacation.
Yeah, I guess he's on vacation.
We don't know.
Just know that's the director version says it's a dream to me. I mean, if he had a peace sign, and now there's not one. I mean, it could have got washed off because he did fight in some water and stuff. But that peace sign, that tattoo looked like it was a pretty good tattoo.
Yeah, it was, right? But you never know. In the future, right? Those water stick-on tattoos are way better technology. Okay.
I mean, yeah, because I don't know. I've never seen one of them things.
You know what? But my kids have, they still have the same tattoos, but they last longer now too. So you never know.
Yeah, in the future, but I mean, if they do last longer in the future, then why didn't he have one?
Yeah. Wow. Just think about the director's cut. That's really good. Wow, it's a dream. That's why they pointed out the piece.
That's only like the few parts. Yeah, it just makes a big difference right there. Oh. If you watch the theater one, you can think whatever you want. But after you watch the director's one, it's like, it's a dream.
Oh. I'm going to check that out on the internet later. Wow.
Yeah, you didn't think that way? You didn't think that way?
No, I mean, like, I just
what were you thinking until I told you that? When you watched that movie, what did you think? Did you think it was real or a dream?
I thought it was real. But then when you told me about the director's cut, now it's a dream because in reality
I
when
think
he
it's
went
a
in
dream.
there, yeah. I thought they would
I think
follow
it's a
up
dream,
every
yeah.
detail, or maybe I don't
But
know.
I guess,
Oh goodness.
I mean, I guess it could be whatever you want. But after
Yeah.
they put that one piece in there, I was like,
It's like
do
Inception
you
all
want
over
me to
again.
think it's a dream? Yeah, it's like they decided they want it. It's like Blade Runner. It's like, hey, we're gonna show you a unicorn now.
Yeah, like, oh my God, is he a robot or was he? Why don't you just tell me? Don't let me make the decision. That's why I came to the movie.
Well, I would rather make it. I would rather make the decision myself. I like to watch a movie and then kind of.
Well, what did you think? Did you think the ending would be better as a dream, or like he's a real life double agent that turns sides?
I would rather them left it in a way that I could pick.
No, which one would you like? Like, did you like what would you pick? The dream or the double agent?
I guess I like the fact that he's a double agent after I sat there and watched all of it.
Because it's cool.
Because it was a good story. It was a good double agent story. But I guess it doesn't really matter. It was a dream. But the problem is if you leave it as a dream, it's like, so is he gonna go brain dead now or what?
Or did he just come back to Quebec?
Or does he wake up and go, hey, guess what?
And go back to Laurie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, he's not gonna be able to trust her now. Ever.
So you're telling me we comics people paranoid.
And plus his friend's probably not his friend anymore. It's like, dude, you shot me over a woman.
Hey, but you know what? That's something that they don't know, right? That's something that they don't know.
But his friend does know that. Because remember his friend showed up there and he was in the other room and they watched it on a video screen. So they knew what was going on.
Oh. He does.
So yeah, his friend knows he got shot in the face.
Hey, you know what? If that was me and you, I'd be telling, hey, you knew it was a dream anyway, so why are you so mad at me? You told me it was a dream, so that's why I shot you.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's a fake girl, okay? You would do the same.
I would be jealous of your dream.
In the dream, there's no such thing as bros before hoes.
But you know what I'd be thinking though? I'd be like, so you picked being brain dead over hanging out with your friend?
Yeah. So hey, look, I know we got on.
Actually,
really
the problem is it doesn't really matter what your friend thinks though. It's what your wife's gonna think.
Oh. Okay, wait. So is this really a dream or just implanted memories?
Oh, when they're doing it, I think it's just implanted. I guess
maybe you're dreaming with these memories.
Yeah, it's dreaming, but it's got to be a dream where you remember it. So it's got to be memories. Because of course it's based on a show. It's based on a book called a short story. Let us remember it for your wholesale.
Yeah, remember it for your wholesale.
So it's memories. They just implant memories in there. Because it's like going on a vacation. Let's say I put memories of you going to Hawaii, but I actually went to Hawaii. You know, all I'd have to do is probably film it like
Strange Days.
I film it like Strange Days and then put it back in your head.
So let me ask you something.
Hopefully,
right? How do you?
Hopefully I'll do anything weird.
Let's just say Total Recall is real or Recall is real. How long do you think that takes? Like everything, like the 2 weeks vacation, is it like a 5-minute thing?
I think it'd be a 5-minute thing. I think it'd be a 5-minute thing. Because think about it, your dreams. Most of your dreams, like they last a long time, but that's probably only a few minutes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Because most of your dreams happen to you right before you wake up.
Yeah. Or maybe at least it seems that way.
Yeah, you sleep. Yeah, you go to sleep and you're asleep for hours and hours, and then maybe a couple minutes before you start to wake up, or as you're coming out of it, you have a dream where you've been there a day.
Yeah, you have. It could be something where like you start. Like it could be something where you start dreaming at midnight, right? And you wake up at 5:30. You dream for 5.5 hours, but it feels like it's always at the beginning of when you woke up. You know?
Yeah, I don't even think you dream that long.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I've fallen asleep for a few minutes and thought I was
have a dream
all day.
Wow.
Yeah, then wake up and then I'm disappointed. I'm like, man, I'm tired. I only was asleep for like 5 minutes. You know, because I just kind of passed out.
Yeah.
You know, because the brain works so fast.
It does, yeah.
I mean, I don't think people appreciate how much knowledge, how much the brain is almost. It can hold more than a computer can.
Yeah.
Probably operates faster than a computer. We just can't seem to recall it as quick.
No, we can't recall it as quick. Because sometimes if you don't write it down, dreams can go out of your memory just like that.
Yeah, well, I think they're designed to. Because if dreams don't go out of your go away as quick as they do,
confusion.
You will think they're memories.
Yeah, you think they're memories.
They doesn't want you to get confused. See, that's why I think Total Recall is different because they got to be implanted memories. Otherwise, if your brain thinks they're a dream, it will get rid of it.
Yeah, it'll get rid of it. It's just like
you remember
useless
50
data.
pieces of dream.
Yeah. I know. I still sometimes.
And I think dreams sometimes cross over to the other side, but at the most part, you have dreams constantly, and I can't remember all those dreams. That'd be so much memories. I couldn't even handle it.
I know, right? I barely can hardly remember real memories. You want me to remember it made up ones?
Yeah, but think about what your life could be like if you remember dreams.
Oh.
You'd be a nut job.
Yeah, because you now you can't tell between reality and fantasy.
Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe when you get old and people probably do confuse dreams with reality, they may resurface.
Yeah, I mean resurface.
People tell you, I went to. Yeah, this guy is telling you he went to this country he never went to.
Yeah, it just
But in his dream he did.
It's somewhere in your mind, It's like the porn picture in your computer somewhere. Like, oh my God, I found this. I can't believe I had this after all these years.
Who put that there?
It's the same thing.
It's like. I don't know. It's like who got on my computer was looking at that stuff. It
was young Lam. Hi, old Lam. Remember this picture? Yeah. Holy crap, I do remember.
Yeah. It's like, do you remember? He's like, man, I was such a perv.
There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, hey, I'm going to end this segment
depends on what you're looking at and who's judging you.
I'm going to end this segment right here.
Thank you for watching this segment of our reviews. I hope you had a great time listening to us. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.